Welcome to the channel, and welcome to this 2,000 point match play game between Chaos Space Marines of the World Eater Legion and the Adeptus Mechanicus. And so today on the channel, my Adeptus Mechanicus army, known as the Penitent Forge, will be defending this industrial complex against the rampaging horde of berserkers, known as the Eternal Slaughter. Admech versus Chaos Space Marines, and I really quite like this board. I'm quite proud of this one. You come in from the outside, from this wastelands here, through the walls, and then into the industrial sector itself. And I think we're playing Frontline Warfare from the main rulebook, 2,000 point match play game. The way it works is one person deploys on this side, one person deploys on that side. You can't score any of these primary objectives in turn 1, but in turn 2 onwards, you get 5 points for an objective, 10 points for 2 objectives, and an additional 5 points if you control more objectives than your opponent. And as you can see, there are only 4 objectives down on the table. And this one's quite hidden, right behind the main walls, the entrance of the Hive City. We've got lots of lovely terrain spread for you on the table. Battle mat is from urbanmats.com with a Z. The pipe work and these things, silos, are from gamemat.eu. We're following the normal rules in the main rule book for the pipes, for the obstacles, so they're defensible, heavy cover, light cover. And also in the main rule book there is rules for industrial terrain, which is scalable, breachable, dense cover, and something else. Basically it's -1. If you're in it and shooting out of it, you're fine, but if you're shooting through it or into it, if there's a unit behind and the line of your shot goes through any parts or over any parts of this scenery, then it's -1 to hit. This will obscure shots as they try and fire through it. And the other thing I've agreed on with my opponent is that any infantry beasts or swarms who is on the top level up here, because it's scalable, non-infantry beasts and swarms can't get up here anyway, but any infantry beasts and swarms that actually get on the top level will also count as in light cover, so +1 to their armor save. And the reason why that is because I don't think that if they're up here, they're not going to be standing proud right on the entrance firing down. They're going to be hiding behind the pipe works and the banisters and lying flat and trying to take the benefit of cover, hiding behind the train carriages and things like that, trying to take the benefit of cover as much as they possibly can. So dense cover, this is -1 to shoot through and +1 if you're stood on top of it. And out here in the waste, we're making this dense as well, -1, but it's also going to be difficult ground. So if you go through it, infantry beasts or swarms are slowed down by 2 inches. So Frontline Warfare, 2,000 points, a steaming, smoking industrial sector is under threat, and we welcome back to the channel Liam. Say hi, Liam.
Hi, Liam.
It's been so long since I've seen you.
I'm so excited to play you at 9th. I haven't seen you since I got a new car in March. I think it was March, and I had to put your postcode in because it didn't have it in there. It's been so long since I've been here. I was like, oh God, what's his postcode? That's how bad it was.
Were you touched by Papa Nurgle?
No, I've stayed clear of it.
You're pure.
Sensible. I'm just about
as pure as the Emperor protected you.
Talking of which,
yes,
I was fighting Space Marines. You said.
Yeah, I'm bringing I set up this lovely table.
Last night he said I wanted to crush the Space Marines.
No, but then I got carried away. It took me about 2 hours to set this up. I got carried away with it, and then I thought, no, I can't put Space Marines on here.
It is glorious, and I have played Space Marines in 9th already, so it is nice to play something different.
How many games have you done?
2. Both filmed for deployment.tv. Learning on camera.
This is my 10th now.
Yeah.
This will be my 10th.
You've been hammering the games.
I think it's only my 5th match play or 4th match play. I've been doing a lot of narrative.
So I've played 2.
Easing myself in slowly.
I've played 2, both match play, because I love the match play rules.
So you've just been punching your fist straight in it.
Yeah, and the first game went straight on DZ, and the second game went straight on it was going straight on DZ. Yeah, I committed to it hard, learn on camera, why not?
Yeah, I think I've got like 4 on there by now, and this is the 2nd or 3rd. This is the 3rd YouTube one. So yeah, thanks for coming down. Yeah, it's a pleasure to see you. I've missed you so much because we both run deploymentzone.tv together.
Yes.
So that's good. You said you have an announcement or something?
We've picked the winner for the Indomitus box.
Yes.
Because you put that video on YouTube, and the announcement video will go up on Deployment Zone. It'll be up on Deployment Zone by now, won't it? Because this is in like a week's time or something.
Yeah, there's a week's.
That announcement video will be on DZTV already as to who's won the Indomitus box.
Right.
And I thought, well, why stop there? So I found something.
Have you?
It's quite exciting.
Okay. What have you got?
Look at him. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, can I have him?
No.
What?
He's the limited edition Catachan Colonel that was going on eBay for like hundreds, and people were donating money to charity.
No, but I'm collecting Astra Militari now.
I mean, you can. If you want the guy from Predator in your Astra Militarum, he's not very You're kind of Scion based, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a
He's
Scion.
not really Scions, so I think we're better off giving him away.
Okay.
So, since we've just done the Indomitus giveaway, so if you were signed up to DZTV at the point at which Indomitus went live, we gave the box away. I thought, well, actually, if you're still signed up at the end of August, we'll give him away to someone. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Where'd you get that from?
Element sent him to me and said, do you want this guy? I was like, yeah. Okay.
Are you talking about Element Games, the best independent stockers in the Sol system?
Yes, our wonderful sponsors, Element Games.
Yeah.
Who are probably linked below, and you can click the link and go and buy stuff on Element.
Shall we also talk about Den of Imagination, who are the best painting studio in the Sol system?
Where is Wave 1 of the Tau, Winters? I need to see Wave 1 of the Tau.
There, it's through there in the thing, get that thing as well. But more importantly, if you want to support us, then come and join us at deploymentzone.tv. Right, let's have we done that now? 2,000 points giveaway. I love it. It's good stuff. Shall we have a look at these armies?
Yes.
Okay. Right, this is 1999 points worth of Adeptus Mechanicus. It's a single battalion, which gives me 12 command points to play with. And my warlord is this Tech Priest Dominus. He's got a Volkite Blaster. And he's a necromechanic, and he's got the auto Carduceus of Ark and Land. What does that mean? Well, Tech Priest Dominuses can heal vehicles, and they can put D3 wounds back on vehicles if they're within 3 inches of them at the end of the movement phase. This means he's really, really good at fixing vehicles. He wants to keep these machines alive. It means he rolls D3 and adds +1, and he can do the re-roll as well. So D3 +1 with a re-roll. He's definitely going to keep some of his beasts alive. And that feeds into the secondary that I picked, which we'll talk about during deployment. Running around with him as well is a Tech Priest Engine Seer, and then I've got 40 little guys, 22 units of 10 Rangers, one of them with no guns whatsoever, no special guns whatsoever, and one with 2 Transuranic Arquebuses. I've got snipers here to take out Liam's characters, and then 2 units of Vanguard, and one of the squads has got Plasma Calivers in it, and the other squad no upgrades in it either. I would have put upgrades in those 2 squads of little dudes there, but I ran out of points. But 40 guys spread across the line means I've got lots of options to spread forward with objective secured units to snag some objectives there. And I've also got a unit of heavy destroyers coming rolling in on the side with Plasma Calivers as well. And interesting enough, these are troops too. I've got a unit of 3 Dragoons. Actually, I'll split this into 3 separate units, might as well. So that would be 3 fast attack choices. And that means they can run off in different directions and snag stuff. 2 Onagadune Crawlers with the neutron lasers. And a big squad of robots with all the DACA from Doom. They don't shoot twice, but what they do is double the number of their shots if I stick that Aegis protocol on them. And also heavy fossil blasters ignore cover. And I double check the rules. And in the rare rule section at the back of the book, it does say that they ignore the -1 to hit if they're firing through stuff. And they ignore also the -1 or the +1 for light cover as well. So these are going to be target number 1 for Liam to take out. Now, the Martian Forge World Doctrine allows you to get 2 Canticles of the Omnissiah every particular turn. And you really need Belisarius Cawl to make it work, because he allows you to plus or minus that dice roll to really get in the Canticle that you want. So actually, the only reason to bring 2 cheap guys along, these 2 guys are cheaper, 2 units are cheaper than 1 Belisarius Cawl. He's at 200 points, and these 2 together are like 110. So why am I still sticking with Mars? Well, because the Mars also has a lovely stratagem, which means all these shots that these guys can pump out on 6s can do mortal wounds in addition. It's called Fury of Mars or Wrath of Mars or something. And it really is one of the best stratagems in the Adeptus Mechanicus book. So if you're bringing a big squad of robot DACA bots, then Wrath of Mars is the strat that you want to bring. Oh, and I've got a big man, 20-man squad of the Blue Man group here. The Screaming Tech Priests of Doom, flickering with their motive force, flickering with electricity, charging forward and screaming and hymning zealot songs. So lots and lots of bodies on the ground, in fact. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 little bodies on the ground, plus some other stuff, plus the big... Lots of bodies for Liam's World Eaters to eat their way through. The reason why I've done that is because objectives are key in 9th edition. You need to swarm them, hold them. I've got a Healy dude to keep many of my robot units alive. The Tech Priest Engineer can heal stuff as well. I've got some speed, but no real outflanking or deep striking mobility here. It's going to be a big force just pushing forward like a snowball with lots of metal sharp bits inside it.
And here is just under 2,000 points of my Chaos Warband, the Eternal Slaughter, ran as World Eaters. Always have, always will. I say always have, always will. I've run them as Black Legion for a little while, but they are much better as World Eaters. I prefer Berserkers as troops, come rampaging across the board, taking the fight to the Imperium. And I did think, as I said, we were going to be chewing through those gory, gluey, gooey Space Marines, but instead we're taking on the Adeptus Mechanicus. Who cares? They're all Imperium. We have also got a battalion. It's different nowadays. I used to run a spearhead with these, but now we just have a battalion. So leading the battalion is Malok. He will be the Warlord, and he has the Flames of Spite Warlord trait, which is, I think, 6 to wound, do mortal wounds in combat. He has a Power Maul and Combi Melter, and the Power Maul is upgraded to the Relic, the Black Mace. We also have an Exalted Champion. So Malok is a Chaos Lord who allows reroll 1s to hit. The Exalted Champion allows reroll failed to wounds in the fight phase. The third HQ slot, we have a Lord Discordant with a Bale Flamer. I'm going to spend a command point for an additional relic for him, and he has the Talisman of Burning Blood, which allows him to advance and charge and reroll failed charges.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, nasty.
I'm spending much command points before the game starts because I have so many now. I have so many in 9th.
I'm going to pull one away for you.
So I also have 3 troops choices. There's a 10-man unit of Berserkers and 2 8-man units of Berserkers. The Berserkers all have chain swords and chain axes. There's an Icon of Wrath in each squad, which allows them to reroll failed charges. And there's a Power Fist on each sergeant. They have a Rhino each, a Rhino troop transport. Each Rhino has a single combi bolter. The heavy support choices, we have 3 Mauler Fiends, all with Lasher Tendrils. And then we have 2 Chaos Decimators, each with Soul Burner Petards.
Are they elites then?
They are 2 elites, yes.
Are they?
Yes, they're like little dreadnoughts, basically.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm spending a couple more command points. I'm spending another 1 command point to make the whole army a Soul Forged pack.
What does that do?
It gives me access to more stuff and things.
Oh.
So Soul Forged pack means that I can now spend another command point to make him... I can't remember the Soul Forged pack specific Warlord trait name, but it basically allows him to grant 2 inches to all Soul Forged units within 6 inches, which happens to be both Decimators and all 3 Mauler Fiends.
What about the Rhinos?
No, they're not Soul Forged.
Okay.
Soul Forged are all Demon Engines, and those back 5 units are all Demon Engines, and he's also a Demon Engine.
So he can move 2 inches further?
Everything within 6 inches of him for a command point. No, so that's a Soul Forged pack for a command point, and another one for additional war. There we go. So I spent 3.
I'll pull them off.
Thank you very pull me off. Thank you very much. And that's my army. So it should be fast. It is quite speedy. However, if you've seen the terrain already, the industrial sector is going to be hard for the Mauler Fiends to move through. There's not a lot of movement there for vehicles. At the moment, everything's in vehicles. Everything's highly mobile, wanting to take the fight to the enemy really, really quickly. And yet the infantry will probably be the only things that are going to fight their way through that industrial terrain. So if the Admech castle up right in their home territory, it might be difficult for the Berserkers to get to him. Otherwise, the rest of the battle grid, the Lord Discordant will take his Demon Engines and take the fight straight to the forces of the Penitent Forge.
Liam?
Yes?
I think I might castle up in my home territory.
You might. It's probably a wise idea. It's going to be interesting. A point to note also, Lord Discordants give +1 to hit to all Demon Engines within 6 inches as well.
Not shooting as well?
Yes.
I don't like him.
No. He does die very fast as well, though. He's a character, but he has more than 10 wounds, so you're pretty safe.
Okay.
I think I've covered everything. So it leaves me with 9 command points, which is basically what I used to start 8th with if I didn't spend any at all.
Okay.
It's quite nice, isn't
Lovely.
it?
Yeah.
That's good,
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. That's my force. That's the Eternal Slaughter, the famed Eternal Slaughter with Malok, who is, in fact, well known.
Destroyer of Worlds.
His Death of Destroyer Worlds. You need to watch the Champion of Chaos campaign on deploymentzone.tv if you don't know what we're talking about. I think I've covered everything. Should we go talk about deployment?
Yes.
Let's do that now.
And we're deployed for this 2,000 point game of frontline warfare. My Dragoons are out here outside of the Manufactorum, and then you started placing
Mauler Fiends
and Disco Lords and all your Demon Engines on this side because he buffs them, right?
Yeah, so I've kind of created myself a Soul Forge pack here.
Yes.
Because he grants that buff to movement, and even if I only get one turn of it, it means I should make it kind of here.
Yeah.
Which is important, right?
So
Because it's an objective.
That was very scary once I started seeing that going on. So then I had the big decision of where to put the Screaming Priests, because they have a 5-up invulnerable save and a 5-up feel no pain. And as soon as they kill something in close combat, it becomes a 3-up invulnerable save.
I know.
So they can be quite a tar pit and quite defensive.
I think they're excellent.
So I could have put them here and then shoved and tried to use them as quite a considerable low roadblock, but they chuck out mortal wounds.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I don't think, I mean, you're World Eaters. I don't think I have enough to stop everything crashing towards me and berserkers. And I don't have enough. The best I can do is slow you down on one flank. So 10 troops, servitors, things like that. Nice big castle on my objective. And then use my aggressive punchy unit to swarm through onto this objective and then start coming around behind your lines.
We kind of might do, it's like military ballet.
Yeah.
Get around this way, yeah.
We might, the fulcrum upon which the battle grid might turn is there. And then I've got my Vanguard here that can run down and jump on it as well. That's the plan. And there's another unit of troops that could potentially push through onto it as well. The Engine Seer is there. The Dominus is there. Nice and simple. Yours is very nice and simple.
Yeah, so I've got, there's 10 Berserkers in this one. There's 8 in this one with the Exalted Champion, 8 in this one with the Lord.
Nice. And 8 is the number of corn.
Of course. I only have 10 because I didn't know what else to fill the last sort of 30 points with or 40 points with.
Right.
So that's why I added 2 more Berserkers.
You can never have too many Berserkers. So the primary, as ever, is to score objectives at the start of your turn, but you can't do it in the first turn. So we need to move on to objectives for turn 2. And we've both picked one of the same secondaries, which is Vital Ground, and it's the mission one.
Yeah, so I've noticed with these mission ones so far, actually they're almost always, you kind of almost always want to take them.
Yeah.
Because they stack with getting primary objectives anyway, so you're kind of doubling your points.
Exactly.
Top tip.
Well, primary objectives are take objectives. The secondary is Vital Ground is take objectives.
Yeah.
And this one means that that's worth 2 points, 2 points, 3 points to me.
Yeah.
And that's worth 2 points, 2 points, 3 points to you.
Yeah.
So you're trying to score so both of us are trying to take this ground. And then the other 2 secondaries I picked were protect my vehicles and blow up his vehicles. While we stand, we fight is protect my vehicles, and bring it down is blow up his vehicles. We want to keep these hallowed ancient machines alive. So you select the 3 most expensive units in your army, which is this one, and these are matched. So I'm picking this one here. And if they're alive at the end of the game, I get extra points because they're hallowed to me. I don't want
It's very Admech, the secondaries.
And these are abominations.
Yes.
And for every vehicle that I destroy, which has got less than 10 wounds, I get 2 points. For every vehicle I destroy, which has got more than 10 wounds, I get 3 points. So destroy your vehicles. Hold on to my vehicles. Take ground. And what I like about these secondary objectives is they often complement the narrative of your army.
Well, exactly. So I've picked Bring It Down as well.
Have you?
Yeah, well, you've got many monsters and vehicles.
So you want to destroy all my vehicles?
Yes.
And actually, that's quite World Eatery as well. Just destroy the big stuff.
Destroy stuff.
Right.
So, also, because I thought, well, what do I do well with the Eternal Slaughter? Well, slaughter. So thin their ranks. I've not used thin their ranks yet, so I'm adding thin their ranks in.
Okay.
Basically, you get a point for every model you kill, and you get 10 points if it's got 10 wounds or more. And at the end of it, you do things where you round
divide
it
by
up
10.
and divide by 10, and then you get a number of victory points.
Basically, you want to kill everything. My vehicles and everything.
Just kill it all, yeah.
And I want to kill your vehicles and hold on to my vehicles, and we're both fighting over these objectives here. Simple, right?
And what I love about it as well is you pick secondaries secretly, so you don't know that you're both going for the central objectives, or you don't know that you're both going to kill each other's vehicles.
Do you know what else we don't know?
What's that?
Who's got first turn?
We don't. Try and get some dice.
Yes, get some dice. Good luck. I genuinely mean it. I genuinely mean it. It's good luck, sir. 3.
3. I might need that luck.
3. We get to roll again. It's going to be like this. 5. 5.
Stop it, Winners.
See, we're joined at the hip. It's like 2 twins. Do it again. 2. I can beat a 2.
You can.
5. I can beat a 5.
You get to choose.
So I get to choose whether I want to go first or second. See, going second, a lot of people say, well, it's pointless in it. But when there's secondaries up for grabs, Going second can be powerful as well, because you would have played your last card, and then I have a chance to... I need to have a think. Let's make a tea as we go into either Admech or the Eternal Slaughter's turn. I chose to go first. Here we are after the Penitent Forge's movement phase. I've already spent 2 command points. We'll talk through that in a second. But essentially what happens is I have 0 points for scoring objectives because you score primaries at the start of the command phase and you can't in turn 1, and secondaries at the start of your command phase, and the secondary objectives score are up there, and I weren't on them before I moved in the movement phase. So 0 points. There was a lot of advancing going on, and I had to re-roll the advance roll for the priests to get them within 3 inches of the edge of that objective there. So we'll be on it at the start of turn 2, maybe. And I am on it over here with 2 dragoons that got good advance rolls for now. But there's a blood slaughter pack thing charging down towards them just outside the walls of this complex. And then we moved around. My canticles are reroll +1 to strength in the fight phase, and they shall know no fear. Incantation of the Iron Soul.
That's the right one, yeah.
We're chanting hymns to each other. And then I had to think long and hard, because I don't have a data smith, so if I want to change their protocol to shoot twice, I have to spend the CP, which I have done. It means they're locked in place. They are now gun turrets, essentially. They can't move again. If I had a data smith there, I could change it and change it and change it. And the reason why I was a bit worried about spending that straight away is because as soon as they're locked into place, yes, the terrain is very dense over here, but there's huge line of sight blocking terrains over on the left side of it's going to be easier for Liam, easier for the word bearers. Word bearers?
How very dare you?
What are they called? World Eaters. It started with a W. It'll be easier for the World Eaters to avoid their firepower and use the terrain to their best advantage. Like I said, the Aegis protocol no longer in effect because you do it at the end of a phase. So I did it at the end of the movement phase. But I figured might as well lock them in place there because their field of fire to the right and the left is perhaps the most useful to me, but you can avoid them.
They're also locked on an objective though, which is quite important, right? Because they're still pretty tough.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the other thing is they can fire into combat now because they count as vehicles.
And I kind of only really can stop you from doing things by fighting you in combat mostly. So
yeah,
it's not a terrible decision.
It's not a terrible decision. So there was a command point in there to change their protocol to fire, not fire twice, double the number of shots. Command point to run the Blue Man group up the table there. Trying to take board control. I am very worried. You notice it didn't go too far forward because that's the Eternal Slaughter. I didn't want to invite too many first turn charges. So let's go on to the shooting phase. Shooting phase. I fired this unit here into the Decimator, bounced. I fired the heavy stubbers and the new from the Onaga Dunecrawler into the Decimator and bounced, but I'm also putting the neutron laser downtown into this demon engine as well. Neutron laser's at D3 shots. For 6! That's 3 shots. I hit on 3s, re-rolled 1s because my engine's Dominus is there, and there's 2 1s. I hit all 3 times, straight 10, so I need 3s to wound, 2 wounds, 2 5-up guns on the Decimator.
Fail both!
This is D6 damage. What?
Is it worth the 1 in 3? See, I have loads of command points now, I'm going to get some back. So
yeah.
And they are very good. Now, is 2d6 minimum 3?
Yeah.
They only have 8 wounds,
oh,
right?
Good.
So you could annihilate one of these. I'm gonna take the gamble. Command point reroll one.
Right.
It failed. 2d6.
That's
5.
7 damage. Now, do I spend a command point? Because that's minimum 3. Yes. Yes, I do.
No. Naughty.
What? Why?
Naughty.
What?
Winters. I don't know.
There's still 7. The Decimator lives. Right, some other small arm shots. This unit can't see the Decimator, so shots went into the Rhino. Didn't do any damage at all. Over here, these guys advanced and are out of range of the Rhino down there. So the only thing I left to fire is the other big gun and the Dakabots. So then I got down and have a look. The neutron laser, take your hand away. The neutron laser can't see it, and these 2 can't see it. But these 2 can. These 2 can see that one.
This one?
No, that one.
This one?
But I'm out of range.
Oh, good. Okay.
So the only thing I can shoot at is that.
No.
So I'm going to shoot at him.
No.
Now, I could do Wrath of Mars, but there's no need because he's only got 1 wound left. And he's got double the number of shots to 18 shots. He's got double the number of shots up to 36 shots. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. 5s to wound, and how many did he get?
You got 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
You did alright. That's just under average, I think.
-2 though, 5 up saves. And it's first blood. Does it blow up?
I don't know if they even blow up. It doesn't anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's 2 points as well for Bring It Down. That's the robots fired. So now I have my last Onager Dune Crawler, and the only thing it can really see is a rhino. So I can draw a line from this Onager to the rhino over there without passing through any of the terrain. I think this is going to be a factor in the next turn. But right now, I can shoot it. I've spent a command point on Protector, Doctrina. I'm hitting on 2s. D3 shots. Another 3 shots. See, both of these did 3 shots this time. Means next time they're only going to do 1.
Shush, don't say that.
2s. Rerolling 1. I don't need the rerolls. Strength 10. I wound twice. It's AP -4. You're a rhino. You don't get a save. So 2d6 damage on that rhino.
Stop it.
And that's 9 damage. The rhino is alive. And I've got one more thing left to fire. The destroyers. 1 minute. Need to do the stubbers. They bounced. Now we're on to the destroyers. They have 3d6. They have d6 shots each, which hit on 4s and reroll 1s. It's like a plasma cannon. It's strength 7. So that's 3 AP -3.
Got this. I got this.
1 damage.
I got this.
Last wound.
I got this.
And that's the rhino. Does it go kaboom? It does not. How many guys in that one?
There might be 9 people in there.
If you could roll 9 1s, thank you very much.
And I can't re-roll 1s either.
I know. You don't get any.
Yeah, good. They'll get out.
The World Eaters disembark rather orderly from their rhino, losing no casualties there. And that is the end of turn 1 for the Penitent Forge. The Dragoons are prowling outside the walls, ready to take the on-charging demon engines. Meanwhile, the bulk of the Penitent Forge pushes forward, small arms bouncing all the way across the line. But we are on 1, 2, 3 objectives for the start of next turn. And we have got 4 points for killing a few vehicles there on the secondaries. But this is early doors yet. Now it's time for the Chaos Space Marines to advance in turn 1.
And we're back at the end of the movement phase for the World Eaters turn 1. Obviously, we had the command phase first. I gained a command point, but no objectives were scored because it's battle round 1 and I hadn't moved yet. So in the movement phase, we basically did it kind of like you. We advanced lots of stuff. So first of all, I advanced the furthest forward Maulerfiend here, and he got a 5. Now he has a 10-inch base move. He had an additional 2 inches because he was within 6 inches of the Lord Discordant, and so he moved there.
What?
He's quick.
That's over halfway.
That's a long way, yeah. He got a 17-inch move.
Wow.
This Maulerfiend then moved up to there.
And they can charge after advance?
With a command point, yes, they can advance and charge.
Okay.
So this Maulerfiend moved up here. The Discordant moved his 14 inches up here. Obviously, he's looking at making a charge as well. The Decimator, he can move an additional 2 inches because he started off within 6 inches of the Little Discordant. So he's moved to there with a 12-inch move. He's got 24-inch Soulburner Petards, so I can basically reach out and touch most of over here.
He's got the what now?
Soulburner Petards.
Petards?
Yes.
Soulburners.
The Decimator itself is 100 points. The 2 Soulburners are 120 points. That's how good they are. This Maulerfiend, I originally parked him back on this objective, and I kind of had a theory that sticking a vehicle here that he wants to kill because points that has an invulnerable save on this objective was probably a good idea, but he didn't put anything in reserve. So everything is over there, and he's got nothing that can jump over here. So the Maulerfiend's push forward, because I feel like he's probably a better threat to your stuff. He has advanced. I'm going to have to weather a turn of shooting, but I think that if he can weather said turn of shooting, I'm better placed having a Maulerfiend here than an empty Rhino.
Is there anyone in the Rhino now?
There's no one in this Rhino now.
That's an empty Rhino.
Because they're all here.
Oh.
They all got out here. The Berserkers got out here. Now, moving over these pipes with -2 to my move, which is interesting because it means that the charge to them is an 8-inch charge.
Yes.
Now, they do have OBSEC. So if I do make that charge, I will hold that objective and stop you from scoring it, which is important because not only is it a secondary objective for you, it's also a primary.
I'm scoring it right now.
Exactly. So if I manage to make the charge, and it's a rerollable 8-inch charge, and 8's Khorne's number, then I'll stop you from scoring it because I have OBSEC. You don't have OBSEC.
Yes. No, I do. No, they don't.
They're not troops' choice, are they?
No.
No. So here, these Marines are the ones that originally got blown out of that
I
mine.
have faith in the Omnissiah.
If you just sing the song, if you're going to have faith, the faith.
George Michael, he doesn't have faith in the Omnissiah.
So
he doesn't know who the Omnissiah is. And he's dead. He's probably praying to the Emperor. No, he's probably with the Emperor.
Please excuse this mild interlude.
Sorry. Go on, what are we talking about?
These Marines here, they got blown out of the rider. They've moved through here. They advanced in here. It gives them some cover, basically. If you can see them, it's -1 to shoot through that cover, so that gives me some protection. I did think about just doing the world eater thing and running straight to the centre, but they're just going to get gunned down, so I don't think that's the wisest choice.
Okay.
So the game plan is simple: try and kill some stuff with him, and then make a charge with him, and make a charge with him, and maybe make a charge with them.
Right.
That's my game plan.
Charge, but you don't get any points.
I'm not charging yet.
For primaries and secondaries yet either.
I'm not charging yet. This is the shooting phase.
Oh.
Shooting phase coming up next. And I have just 2 units to shoot. I have the Decimator and I have my Lord Discordant. So the Decimator is going to use his Soul Burner Petards and he can see your stationary Dacabots of Doom.
Right, okay.
So I'm going to fire at them. Now, his right arm, 2d3 shot. I do them separately because if you roll ones to hit with a weapon, you can do a mortal wound. Because I've got 2 weapons, it means I can do 2 mortal wounds to myself. So I have to roll them separately.
Words.
Right arm, 2d3 shots, is a total of 4. Hitting on 2s because I'm within 6 inches of the Lord Discordant.
2s, okay.
And hits do mortal wounds. That's 3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, but I get saves and on 6s they bounce back.
You get saves against mortal wounns?
No.
Then you don't, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but what about to wound?
No, that's it. If you hit, you do mortal wounds.
How many?
It's 3 mortal wounds on one
That's
robot.
more expensive than the thing.
The
That's really broken.
The left arm without
Chaos,
fire.
Damn you.
2d3 shots from the left arm for a total of 3. Hitting on 2s.
Well, you've got to hit.
Hitting on 2s.
Right.
And I hit you 3 times.
Yes.
3 mortal wounds.
So that's a dead robot?
Yes.
How did that happen?
And did it explode?
Yeah, they do. They're vehicles. It doesn't explode. It's okay.
There's a vehicle. Is that actually a vehicle?
Yeah, that's 2 points right there.
Oh, sweet. I didn't even know. I didn't. Definitely planned. That was planned. We're going to come here to the Lord Discordant and his Bale Flamer, and I could see through to the... Are they Rangers or Vanguard? That big unit at the front there?
Yes.
I contemplated shooting at them. But these are vehicles, and I've got secondaries for vehicles.
Yes.
So I could probably take them both in combat, but we're not going to take that gamble. So we're going to fire at the rear one with my Bale Flamer. Okay. D6 shots for 4, and they're auto hits.
Oh.
And they're strength 6 though.
Toughness 6.
So wound you on 4s.
Okay.
So I've wounded you twice. They're AP -2.
6s. Negative.
And a flat 2 damage. That's 4 wounds.
It's got 2 left.
Sweet work. And that's the end of my shooting phase. So we started the charge phase. I spent a command point over here, which is one of the Soulforge pack stratagems that allowed my Molothin to charge. He made it into that robot chicken. The Lord Discordant here, you helped me.
Yeah, he could. Because you originally didn't think he could hit them, but he had a spiky bit. If you turned it, spiky bits. If you turned it, then you could do the thing.
So now I managed to engage both of you in combat, which is amazing.
Did you mention the smoke on that one?
I didn't mention the smoke on that one, but they can see the glorious smoke that you've placed on top of it, Winters. So
cotton.
A picture paints 1,000 words. Yeah. We've got the narrative down there. Now, this charge, however, is a much longer charge. This is an 8-inch charge into your Electro Priest. Yeah. And a little part of me thinks it might be stupid. Because they get 3+ invulnerable saves if they kill a model, right? Not just a unit.
No, whole unit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Less stupid. Let's see if we make it. You can't Overwatch, right?
I can shout angry words. Oh, no!
11-inch charge for the Berserkers. They are angry in their first outing for 9th edition. They will go rampaging into the Electro Priests.
The camera's back with me because this is where the Khorne Berserkers end up after the charge phase. And you're starting there and you've got a lot of dice.
Okay.
These are just the chain axes.
Yes.
This is the first round of combat as well because they get to fight twice. So a shed ton of dice hitting on 3s.
Doesn't count yet. Hitting on 3s. No rerolls.
No.
What toughness are they?
3.
Okay.
Oh, you were thinking about veterans for a moment. 6
is the death of a false emperor as well, and there's 5 of those in there.
9 misses after the rerolls. Strength
6.
Really?
Yeah. So 2s to wound and AP -1.
Well, the AP doesn't bother me. It's the 2s to wound that does.
There's that many.
19 wounds came through before the Power Fists. I have a 5-up invulnerable save. And I ignore wounds on 5s because they're religious nutbags. 7 salty ciders.
But now I have my Power Fist.
Right, how many attacks has that got?
He has 6.
Right.
On 10 charges. Hitting on 4s, it's Power Fist. Can't do death to the False Emperor with these, obviously.
1 hit. 2 hits. Wounds on a 2.
2 wounds, AP -3.
5 of them guns. I fail both of them.
D3 damage.
Yeah.
I'll run them separately, go together even. So one's on 1 wound and one needs to take 3 wounds.
1 wound, dead. 3 wounds, dead. First round of attack killed 9. I'm definitely interrupting, otherwise that squad won't be there. Right, I've got 11 dudes left. 10 of them can fight because you have to be within ½ inch of a ½ inch. And so that's 20 attacks. 2 attacks each.
Oh, that's not bad.
Hitting on 3s. And death to the false Abaddon. Strength 6 right now with mechanical. I'm wounding on 3s at -2.
That might be better than I thought.
And 6s do D3 mortal wounds instead of. So 3s looking for 6s.
Uh-oh.
There's a couple of 6s and there's many 1s and 2s. Look at that. I failed 8 times. So you got 3 5-up saves.
Okay.
Because they're -2.
I failed 3 die already.
3 die. And then the 2 6s are 2 D3 mortal wounds instead of. So 3 are dead plus
3.
3. 6.
6 berserkers.
6 died. There should have been more. Can I consolidate now? Onto the closer to the objective.
That really hurt.
Yeah. So I'm going to move 3.
Yeah.
You killed 9 of mine. I only killed 6 of yours. But I've got 11 left. You've only got 2.
So being berserkers, I get to fight twice, and
yeah, but I've got a 3 CP stratagem that lets me fight twice.
I'm screwed there, and so I don't feel quite so bad for cheating.
What do you want now? Who won?
Yeah, someone told me towards the end of 8th edition that chainsaws just granted an additional attack and you could roll them all in together.
Right.
I remembered that when I did the rolling and just went for it. I just had a look at the codex. The chainsaw specifically states when you make an attack with this weapon.
You cheating, but okay. That's
so like 8 of those attacks wouldn't have been winning you on 2s, they've been winning you on 3s instead. So I'm just letting YouTube know, so that when everyone screams at me, goes, Liam's a cheat. He's a. I mean, I am chaos. It's chaos, right? So I will fight again with these guys.
No, but 1 minute. So that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You make mistakes. I know you make. We're all human. I've even been known to make a mistake once or twice.
Yeah, we all do it. I'm still. This is the first time I played this army, but that was a rule that still existed in 8th, so totally my fault.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yes.
I'm now going to fight with those 2 again.
But you said you can fight twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the 2nd time.
Right. Okay.
That was just the 1st round.
Right. Okay.
Then you interrupted me and killed loads of my berserkers.
Yeah.
I get hateful assault now. I don't get the world eater benefit for the 2nd round.
Okay.
Okay, so I get 2 attacks for the berserker plus 1 for hateful assault with a chain axe because chainsaws are separate. Honest, I knew about that. 3s to hit. He's angry. Death to the false emperor means 3 additional attacks. He's really angry. That's 5 hits with the chain axe.
And he's still strength 6.
Yes, winning you on 2s. Okay. So I wounded you 3 more times at AP -1, sir.
5s. And
stop it.
5s. 1 more dies.
Then I have 2 chainsword attacks from both of them that are now separate because they're not strength 6 with 3s. Oh, well, that'll learn me.
Right.
And then I have my 4 power fist attacks.
Okay.
Hitting you on 4s.
Oh.
When you on 2s. Don't say oh like you're gutted for me.
I get 5 then.
You do.
No. D3, that's a negative. D3 wounds.
4 total of 3.
3, 5-up ignores. No, you kill 2 more.
Is not disgusting or resilient.
I've got 9 left. You killed 11.
Interestingly, my champion is within 3 inches of the edge of the objective, which is important because he is objective secured.
Yeah, they're not going to be there. I'm going to do... I've got to wait to the end of the fight phase, though.
I have the same ability, and I just don't see me removing all of those. Oh, no. And then we come over to this flank for the Mauler Fiend. I contemplate spending a command point on Demon Forge, but I'm within 6 inches of the Lord Discordant, so I get +1 to hit. I don't think I need it. You're only toughness 6, right?
Well, you said this what now?
What?
This what? You came over here to this...
This Mauler Fiend?
Yes.
Yes. And I was going to spend a command point on Demon Forge.
Did you say a rude word, Liam?
No.
Oh, flank! Right.
5 attacks on my Mauler Fiend Fist, which I now hit on 3s because I'm within 6 inches of the Lord Discordant.
Yes.
I missed twice. This might sting me.
You have 6 attacks.
5 attacks with the fist. So
right,
4 base plus 1 for hateful assault. Now.
Toughness 6.
Strength 12.
Oh.
2s. 3 wounds. AP -3.
6 up. Bionic save. None of them.
Flat 3 damage each.
He's dead.
Does he explode?
He might. No, he doesn't.
He does not. That robot chicken thing
That's
I'm doing.
another 2 points as well.
Is dead. Okay, it's time for the Lord Discordant. It's been so long, I had to get the book out. So he has 4 attacks base, +1 for being a world eater, +1 for hateful assault, totaling 6 attacks with his Impaler Chainglaive, which he hits on a 2. And he's hit you 5 times. And this thing's strength 8 on the charge.
Right.
So wound you on 3s.
Yes.
So I've wounded you 4 times. Wait a minute. So that is 4 saves. They're flat 2 damage each as well. They're AP -2.
Ah, 6s. That's cocked. It's got 2 wounds left.
That's bad news because all the rest of the attacks are going into the left-hand one. I should have told you guys that. I didn't. But yeah, everything else.
You told me.
But everything else is going into the other chicken. So that's 2 attacks for the Mechadendrites, hitting on 2s. And they're strength 4, so wound you on 5s. Nothing. And then I have attacks of my bladed limbs and tails.
Right.
And make a number of additional attacks. So I get 5 additional attacks of my bladed limbs and tails into this one, hitting on 2s. And I hit you this many times.
Is that a death to the False Emperor?
It is indeed. Thank you.
Okay.
And then these are strength +3, I think. So they're strength 7. So I wound you on 3s.
Okay.
So there is 3 wounds at AP -2.
So I need 6s. It had 2 wounds left. It's dead.
Yes, he will die. Does he blow up? Please blow up.
Doesn't blow up.
Which means my Technovirus Injector is a wasted attack. There's a rule that I've never used, Spirit Thief. So if I destroy an enemy vehicle in the fight phase, I can pick my own self or a demon engine unit within 6 inches, I think it is, and you can heal D3 lost wounds. Or you can choose an enemy vehicle within 12 inches of the model and roll a D6. We're going to pick that unit.
Yeah.
You roll a D6, and on a 2+, he suffers D3 mortal wounds.
This happens straight away, does it?
3 mortal wounds.
See, I was going to say, because at the moment we're contesting that objective.
Does he blow up, Winter?
That's not. Does that happen straight away?
I'll check in a second.
Doesn't blow.
He doesn't blow up.
Have you killed all 3 of my robot chickens?
Yes, Spirit Thief. It happens each time a model destroys an enemy vehicle unit in the fight phase.
Damn it.
Brilliant. We love that. We like that. However, you were talking about attacking my berserkers again.
Oh,
for 3 command points.
Yeah.
Have you spent those 3 command points?
Not yet. It's at the end of the fight phase and you're the active player.
I'm done.
You are done.
I have nothing else to fight with. I
So
could
on
spend
that
3
noise-
CPs here.
Right.
It's not worth it.
No, because last time when you fought again, you only killed a couple.
I killed 2.
So here's the thing. Your secondaries are kill as much as possible, guys and vehicles.
Yep.
You just wiped out 4 vehicles. That's 8 points.
I've collapsed that whole flank there as well.
Yeah. And you killed more than 10 dudes there. That's another point. And I spent 2 command points to interrupt, and it's going to be another one to fight you. But I have to. Or you claim that objective as well for the thing, because the primary and secretary
and
have
an objective
to fight
secured.
You.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you do have to fight me.
So I'm going to pay 3 CP. It puts me down to 4, but I get 5. I get 1 more. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, sweet. Go for it. It does. Attack me.
I need to pile them in first and see how many I can actually.
You mean you're not actually ready? So you've got 8 guys in combat, 16 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Yeah. And then it's 3s, but 6s will just kill you.
There is 2 6s. That unit is destroyed. You're going to hold that objective.
1 minute. I need to do morale while we're at it. Shall I do morale now?
Yeah, might as well. It's the end of my turn.
I lost morale, so I lose a model.
1 guy, and then you roll a d6 for every dude in the unit.
After losing that guy, because I don't want to spend the 2 CP to... There's 8 guys left. I don't want to spend another 2 CP on keeping that unit alive.
So 1s and 2s, they die, because combat attrition, they're below half strength.
Oh, damn it! I lose 3 more.
It's not too bad.
So there's 5 left.
That's like, but at least you get those 5 points.
And they have a 3-up invulnerable save because they killed something in the fight phase. They're powered up. That's the noise they make.
That's the powering up noise?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the noise of us getting ready for Admech, turn 2.
Here we are before the start of the movement phase. Both forces want to control these objectives. Both forces want to control this refinery. What, Liam?
This is strange.
It's root beer. Is that seriously the first time you've tried root beer?
It's literally like drinking mouthwash.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's a unique taste. It's like ginger beer. You don't get... It only tastes like ginger beer. Root beer only tastes like root beer. The, tequila only tastes like tequila. Ice cream only tastes like ice cream. Tar only tastes like tar.
What flavour of ice cream?
The inside of a Space Marine helmet only tastes like the inside of a Space Marine's helmet. I could go on. Right, turn 2. Both forces want to control this refinery, and both forces are trying to bring each other's monsters and vehicles down. Currently, the World Eaters are winning on the secondaries. They've killed more vehicles than the Admech have. But before we move, I'm on 10 points. I get 10 points on my primary for controlling these two objectives here, and 2 points on the secondary for controlling an objective that is not in my deployment zone. And at the end of the movement phase, I've moved some troops units around here to mind the gap, and also one of the Onager Dune Crawlers to take out this Lord Discordant. If I take him out, you'll no longer score it. Mind you, right now I'm contesting it. The priest
I don't score anyway.
is contesting it. It's stopping you. Yeah, I'm stopping you score it. So he's there just in case I fail to kill you, because I couldn't bring around the Onager Dune Crawler to see him, and the robots are stood still as mobile gun platforms, essentially. But one of the things I need to do is make sure I am on objectives for the next turn. I can string out like this because there isn't 6 or more models in that squad, so they're trying to block off that objective as much as possible, and the troops unit advanced and clambered down from the railway lines onto that objective there. I'm very aware that your warlords and a unit of Khorne Berserkers are lurking around the corner there, ready to go and jump on them. But then they will also be in the range of the Admech guns. Countercalls, that would be Shroud Sum. I don't know what that one is. Reroll hit rolls are 1 in the fight phase. And that's all of my stuff counts as light cover now. So that's pretty good. So what I need to do is kill the Lord Discordant and then fire the rest of these guns up the table. Let's start on the Lord Discordant. I'll put all the guns from the Onager Dune Crawler into him. The stub has bounced off his 2-up save. Here's the neutron laser, number of shots. See, I told you, last turn I get...
say, didn't you?
Yeah, 3 a turn. This time I'll get 1 a turn. He's hitting on 3s and he misses, and I can't re-roll that. So now I'm going to have lots of Vanguard firing at him, because that's about all I can. Radium carbines are 3 shots each. I've got loads of hits, but it's strength 3.
Oh.
I need 6s, right?
Yeah, I think I'm toughness 6. I'll check.
But 6s, and I've got 2 6s there. They cost 2 wounds. AP minus 28.
Oh.
AP minus dash.
So 2-up saves?
Yes.
I've saved both of them.
Right, so I fired a whole unit of Vanguard and an on at the thing, and nothing's happened. So to make myself feel better, I'm going to spend 4 command points.
For what? 4?
4, yes. Elimination protocols cost 2 CP. It means these 2 units, which normally hit on 4s, now hit on 3s. They have to be within 6 inches of each other. They'll hit on 3s. They'll hit on 3s. In fact, it's +1 to hit, because right now, if I fire at your Khorne Berserkers, they're -1 to hit under there. But that'll make it +1 to hit again. So, I don't know. 1 minute. No, let's not do that. let's fire them at this dude and overcook it. Because a +1 to hit, I can't not heat up with my overcooked plasma. And then these guys will now hit on 3s, and they'll fire. 2 of them will fire at Decimator.
Yeah.
And 1 of them will fire at that, because I'm also spending another 2 CP on Wrath of Mars, causing mortal wounds in addition.
I feel like I'm in danger.
Yes. Here's 1 robot, which it's got 18 shots going into that thing there. On 3s, re-rolling 1s. With a re-roll, 15 hits. I need 5s to wound. 6s cause D3 mortal wounds. Causes mortal wounds, sorry, just flat mortal wounds in addition. 5-up saves, plus the 3 mortal wounds.
So I take 5 damage.
Yes. Right, the other 2 are firing at the Decimator. Here's 1 of them. On 3s, re-rolling 1s. Toughness 7, so wounding on 5s. This is after the re-rolls.
Ooh.
So you've got 8 5-up saves to make, but also 3 mortal wounds.
I think he's dead.
This is 1 of the robots. It's another one.
What?
It's another one.
I don't think you need the other one. Does he explode? Nope. A 1.
Nice, but with Wrath of Mars and Elimination protocols, I've got 1 CP left. Right, overcooked plasma into this punchy dude. They have D6 shots each. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s, and then +1 to hit.
Yes.
That's how that works, because the re-rolls happened before. So which is why I can't overheat, you see. It's good. So I'm hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s, and then +1 to hit. Because the modifiers happen after re-rolls?
Yes.
Yes. Are you sure we're doing that right?
I have no idea.
hitting on 4s.
Ooh.
Rerolling 1s. And then +1 to hit. I think that's how you do it. Yes, we did that right. Reroll them modifiers. Okay, strength 8, toughness, so there, 7. 3s to wound. And they're all -3, 2 damage on your punchy robot of doom, sir. Your evil robot must fall.
So
the back demon.
6 5-up demon saves.
Yes, sir.
And if I fail all of these, he actually does die.
Does he?
I didn't fail all of them. That's cocked though, right? There you go.
That's 4 damage.
Yes.
I have phosphor blasters. And they all hit. But these are strength 5. I wound twice at -1.
So 4-up saves.
Yes. Doesn't want to die. So on a Gajun Crawler, fired its stubbers at -1 to hit at the Khorne Berserkers and didn't hurt any of them. And its neutron laser is going to try and take this thing down. Because it's one of my secondary objectives. Suffer your demon engines not to live. D3 shots. For 1. I told you it would have happened.
You did!
3s to hit. And 3s to wound. Oh no. The Rangers will fire at the Berserkers, but the Transuranic Arquebusters, I'll try and fire there. I'll try and hit you. They hit on... Oh. The snipers missed, they're marked then. But the Rangers did 6 wounds to the Khorne Berserkers, all 3-up saves. Oh, I killed 3 of them. Then I had some shots from the Vanguard that could punch out a Volkite Blaster from my Dominus over here. A las pistol, some minor shots bouncing off this steel wall of slathering demonic demons charging down towards the Penitent Forge's line. That is the end of turn 2. No further damage done. I'm not going to be foolish enough to charge anywhere. What's that you have there, Liam?
Morale. You killed 3 of these Berserkers, my friend.
Don't roll a 6.
I only have leadership 8.
Oh. 1, their insane bravery. They stand firm going... Ah, 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 ah. Anyway, that is the end of my turn 2. I've killed another vehicle, one more vehicle.
Yes.
So that's my second. I need to kill your vehicles, stop you killing my vehicles. That's another couple of points, but you're still winning on the secondary at this stage. And as we're about to flip to turn 2 for the Chaos Space Marines, they're only going to get 5 points for the primary.
Yes.
Because this is contested because my Tech Priest engine series here, and he's not insane enough to charge that Disco Lord. Oh, Liam, something else suddenly occurred to me.
What?
We both took the secondary vital ground, which is I want to control your stuff, you want to control my stuff. You're not going to get any vital ground secondaries
No, you
either.
stopped 7 points there.
Have I stopped 7 points?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was perfectly tactical.
Just by contesting it.
I just shoved him forward because I didn't know what else to do with him. Originally, me putting him there was, well, you can charge him if you want.
Are you sure you don't want to charge in so I can kill you and then get all my points?
No. No. But I stopped 7 points. 5 for the primary, 2 for the secondary. Yes. The Admech are controlling this Manufactorum. Chaos Space Marines, turn 2.
Okay, we're back at the end of the movement phase for the Eternal Slaughter turn 2. Now, as Witness explained to you at the end of his turn, I only got 5 victory points for that primary objective there. He stopped 7 there because you're a tactical genius.
Yeah, it's been known.
So that made choices hard. Now I need to clear that objective off. That's quite an important objective to me because not only is it an additional 5 if I'm holding it, but it's also an additional 2 because of secondary, etc, etc. Same reasons that you want to hold it as well.
Yes.
Ultimately.
Yeah, borrow.
So the Disco Lord, it seems like overkill, but I'm basically going to try and use him to kill that Tech Priest.
It's a lot of points.
Over here, this Mauler thing managed to move around there. We're going to try and take down those infantry. I feel like you put them there literally just to block the path to your big guns, your neutral lasers. Smart move. This Mauler thing was down here originally. That's like a bottleneck now. There's no point just feeding more Mauler fiends around here. So we came around this way. We've got a big advance, and we get an additional 2 inches because of the Lord Discordant, which put him there. Obviously, I do have the stratagem that means I can advance and charge because I'm a demon engine. So that's an important play for him. This Mauler fiend just moved up with his normal movement. Both of them gained a wound back. Sorry, that one and that one gained a wound back for Infernal Regeneration. We're going to try and take down those plasmas because they're pretty dirty. And I need to, again, clear the way to the big Dakabots. They're all vehicles, those Dakabots. So they're also worth secondary points for me. Plus, we've seen how much firepower they kick out. I mean, you can't do that same trick again, right? Because it costs 4 CP.
Yes.
But I still need to shut them down. Remember, they can still shoot me in combat. This Rhino, the smoke has now cleared and it's raced forward into the centre of the board, yes?
They can't shoot you in combat. They're not monsters.
No, but the Dakabots could.
Yeah, they can, yeah.
So although I've probably got at least one more turn of shooting, and even if I charge you, you can still shoot me because I can't fight. Yeah, basically I'm in trouble.
And you said they're dirty, but they're not dirty. They're pure. Pure religious fundamentalists who believe in the Omnissiah.
Like I said, the Rhino sped forward to hold the centre of the battle grid. On this side, Malok is leading the charge. It's cooler this way. He's leading the charge with the Khorne Berserkers. Nothing to do with the fact that they're slowed down by that pipe because it's -2 to your movement. Yeah. So to get from here to there is 5 inches, but because of the pipe, it's an additional, so it's 7 inches to get within an inch of those for the charge.
So you got a reroll.
I do have a reroll. My intent is to shut those priests down. Now, there is a lot less than there was before, but they all have 3+ invulnerable saves now, so it might not be quite so easy. And there is a bunch of objective secured troops behind them. It could be quite the punch up. And I can't. This is the interesting thing. So this is an interesting thing with 9th edition. Okay.
You like punch ups.
So in 8th edition, what I would do is I would charge these guys. Probably kill the 5.
Okay.
I would then pile in and consolidate into your troops and then fight again.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if I don't make the charge, as long as I declare them as a target of the charge.
Yeah.
In 9th, however, if I declare both as a target of the charge, but I only roll far enough to get to those, I then fail the charge.
So like in 8th you could pile in and smack another one.
So in 8th I could declare both, roll 7 and only make them, but because I've declared them I could pile in and fight.
But
in
now
9th I can't do that.
So you're not going to be able to fight both.
Not unless I declare both, and that's probably like a 12-inch charge with a -2, so it's a big risk doing that.
You won't be able to get in base there too.
No, so that's interesting. The rule says you just need to be able to make the right distance. You don't actually have to make base-to-base contact.
Right. Okay. Yeah, sure. No, yes.
I promise you.
Who reads rules anyway?
Me, because I need it for these Khorne Berserkers. So I'm probably going to only be able to fight those, and I can pile into those, but I can't then fight them. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Right, let's get ready for the Eternal Slaughter shooting phase. So Malok fired his combi bolter into the Rangers, and killed 1. And then the combi bolter from this Rhino fired into those, and all 3 made their saves. Finally, we have the Bell Flamer here from the Lord Discordant, and I'm going to be brave, actually. I'm going to flame, I think, the Honor Gadroon Caller.
It's winning on 5s, though.
I know, but I can reach out and touch it, because it's an 18-inch flamer, so I might as well try. D6 shots for a total of 6, definitely worth a go. 5s to wound. We've wounded you 3 times at AP -2.
I got Shroud Sun.
Okay.
So 4s then.
Yes.
I'm fine.
Yeah, the complete waste of everyone's time. So we're currently in the Eternal Slaughter charge phase. The Lord Discordant made no effort there to get... I mean, that wasn't a fail.
You sure you don't want to come round further this way?
I'm tucking in to keep out the way of all that dirtiness. You locked your robots in place. It's your fault. Okay. Over here, this Mauler Fiend, he was an inch away as well. Or just over, so he's made it in. So we've got some charges to make. This one, he's 5 inches away.
Yes.
Will he make the charge? 6 just. He'll make the charge.
I haven't overwatched anywhere, guys. It's just, I've got 1 CP.
Malok is 3 or 4 inches away. I'm sure he'll be fine. He is fine. Yeah. Then the Khorne Berserkers, they're 5, but they're going over a pipe which is -2. So 7 inches.
Which you can reroll.
That's a fail. My Icon of Wrath allows me to reroll both. Malok's doing it on his own. So I wasn't going to do this, but the Exalted Champion is now going to try and go in. It's 7 inches away base to base, so 9 inches to go over the pole. He gets 10, he'll be in as well. That's beautiful. I should also mention in the charge phase, it cost me a command point to do that because I'd advanced that turn. And now we're spending another command point on Demon Forge as we move on to this Mauler Fiend.
Ouch.
Now 5 attacks with his Mauler Fiend fists, hitting on 4s. And I re-roll for Demon Forge. So there are 2 misses that I get to re-roll.
Do you get Death to the False Emperor with
No.
this as well? You don't?
No.
Okay.
That's 5 hits. Strength 12.
Toughness 5.
2s to wound. Re-rolling the 2 1s because Demon Forge.
Oh.
So that is 5 wounds at AP -3.
This is flat 3 damage, right?
Yes.
They have 3 wounds each.
Yes.
And a 6-up bionic save. You kill them all.
I do get the unit. Unit destroyed. Mauler Fiend successful. Nom 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 nom. So after that, Mauler Fiend annihilated all 3 heavy destroyers. We move over to this Mauler Fiend who killed 9 from the unit.
This 9. I think it was 8 in this
8
one.
from
Made
the
1
unit.
save.
I could see 1 alive. I couldn't see the little guy right next to him.
I made a save.
I killed 8 from the unit. This guy here killed 5, 6. And then the Lord Discordant tore straight through the poor tech priest. His bionics did not save him. Perhaps only saved him the pain of the attack. Now we're going to move over here to Chaos Lord Malok, who has 4 attacks being a Chaos Lord, +1 for hit, +1 for being a World Eater. That's 6 attacks, hitting on 2s with the Black Mace. What?
Veteran thing or anything?
No, the Black Mace is strength 7. I'm winning on 2s.
Okay.
So hitting on 2s with the Black Mace.
Yeah.
I hit you all times. Those 3 6s are Death to the False Emperor, which is 3 additional attacks hitting on 2s. 1 fails, but he's a Chaos Lord, so I can reroll. Look at that.
How many attacks is on his data sheet?
So it's 4 on his data sheet.
And he's got 9 hits.
9 hits.
Out of 4.
Strength 7 with the Black Mace means he wounds on 2s.
Right.
And the Exalted Champion allows him to reroll failed wounds.
Nasty.
Now, interestingly, those 2 6s, because of his Warlord trait Flames of Spite, are mortal wounds.
Well, in addition?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got to make 9 3-up and vulnerable saves.
9 3-up and vulnerable saves.
Okay, right.
1, 2, 3,
I failed
4 fail, which means you've got 6 5-up fail no pains. No, sorry, the Black Mace is 2 damage each.
Oh, so I need to make 1's dead, 2's dead, 3's dead, 4's dead.
And then 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
The unit are wiped. You killed them all.
Malok didn't need any help. Malok did not need any help. He has destroyed that unit of Electro Priests.
Do you know what? Before you press the stop button, that's 5 you killed there. That's 8 you killed there. That's 6 you killed there. And you've got that thin the rank secondary.
Yes.
You are just chewing through my infantry.
I am, but I need to do this actually because your primary, stopping me from scoring those 7 and getting 10 yourself, that's quite a big deal in itself.
Yeah.
The downside is my Khorne Berserkers didn't make it here, so I couldn't pile into your... Are they Rangers that are on that objective on my left or right?
Vanguard. Those Vanguard.
Those Vanguard, but they are OBSEC.
Yes, they're troops.
So although my Chaos Lord is there, they're objective secured troops.
Yes.
So I'm not going to hold... Well, no, I'm not going to hold that. You're within 3 inches.
It doesn't
so I still
matter.
don't get that objective.
Even if you outnumber me with something, if I had 1 objective secured
Yeah,
guy,
absolutely.
1 troop's choice next to an objective, you could have 20 other things, but if they're not troops, I score it.
Do you know the other interesting thing with Malok right now?
What's that?
He
then?
isn't currently within 3 inches of a unit with 3 or more models or a vehicle or monster.
So I could just kill him.
You can shoot him with anything that can see him.
But do you know the other interesting thing about that is there's no extra points for Slay the Warlord.
No,
Why
there
would
isn't.
I?
For the glory.
Yeah.
Which brings us on to the morale phase.
Well, I piled in and fought back.
Yes.
I banged against the metal hides.
I didn't know if you wanted to tell people what happened. Do you want to tell people what happened?
Nothing happened.
Okay, I was going to save the embarrassment.
All right. These guys here. 6. They lose 1. That's a fail. Their leadership is 7. And on 1s and 2s.
Yeah, that's fine.
These guys, they need a 1 for insane bravery. No, he runs away. And then on a 1-2, he'll hold.
He'll hold. I'm kind of glad I didn't want him to run away.
Hold there. That's the end of my morale. And that's some more stuff that you killed.
Yeah, 2 more models to kill. I need to count up everything I've destroyed now. That is, however, the end of World Eater's turn 2. And although, in terms of primaries, again, like we said, I've had to fight for that one back because I didn't get any points for it. Yeah. I have killed many infantry. And every 10 one-wing models that I've killed will be worth a single victory point in secondaries because of the way that Thin the Ranks works. I've done some work there. I'm quite happy. We've removed a massive range threat here, the 3 destroyers and the 3 plasma calivers, whatever they're called. They're quite powerful. I have yet to touch those Onaga Dune Crawlers, and they had 1 bad turn. That means it's time for a good turn next. Let's see what... Go on.
You should be happy because there's 30 plus toughness 7 wounds right in front of my lines with a 5-up and vulnerable save.
Yeah.
How am I going to get through all of that with 1 command point? I get 1 more, 2 command points, but...
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It's
nasty!
You're not out of it, though. Let's see what happens as we move into Admech.
I'm scared. Hold me.
Turn 3.
Here's the Admech disposition before we go on into the movement phase. I'm going to have 10 points on the primary for holding these objectives down. I'm also going to get 2 points on the secondary for holding an objective down that is not in my deployment zone. As mentioned, I have these monsters rampaging down towards my lines. So now I'm going to need to reposition to try and bring them down. Here we are after the movement phase. My canticles were Litany of the Electromancer, which didn't have any effect, and Benediction of Omniscience reroll hit rolls of 1. What I've done is, he's fallen out of combat, but he's blocking that pass. This thing came charging through, chewed up all of his squad mates, and he staggered back from the blow, firing, and he won't be able to fire. But the point is, you have to charge him and kill him before you make your way downtown.
That's really annoying.
It is annoying, but I'm doing it anyway. It's narrative as well. He's like, nah, yeah.
I mean, it's tactical.
Drenched in the blood. Well, drenched in the oil of his comrades. The unit of 3 that got ripped up from this other one have fallen back, and they've been ordered to get on that objective there, or at least challenge it. Hold the front gate, and I am easily within 3. Hold the front passage. So that will stop. That's 7 points denial as well. That's tactical. That's tactical.
That's really stung.
But at the start of the command phase, I didn't have more than you. That's maybe after the movement phase.
No, absolutely. So I stopped you from scoring an additional 5 there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, additional 7, because it's also a secondary.
Yeah.
So that's good.
But I've done the same to you.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
They stay still. These move round. These are moving round. They're on that objective. You chewed through a lot of stuff.
I think I chewed through more than I expected.
If you smash into these next turn, I'm going to have some infantry left. And that's it. So currently winning on the primary and the secondary. But if you continue to smash and then pull back in later game turns and outscore me because I'm just running away from you, it's a long way from over is what I'm saying.
It's tight.
Yeah. So I can't shoot here. What I'm going to do is do the... What's the one?
Stuff and things.
The one that... One minute. Help.
Is it Wrath of Mars?
That's the one.
The 2 command point one?
Yes. That's my last 2 command points now. So, fire everything at that. 9 shots each, double to 18 shots, firing everything into that thing's 56 shots. Now, do I want to split fire? Yes, let's do that. Let's fire 2 of them into that and 1 of them in... No, 56 shots, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s, wounding on 5s against that big thing there.
So 54 shots from the robots, 21 hits into the Mauler Fiends.
After the re-roll, so I need 5s now. 6s are mortal wounds in addition.
There's a few 6s there. I think I can see at least 5.
Right, that's 10 5-up saves then, Liam.
So the 5s are mortal, 6s are mortal wounds as well, right?
Yeah.
So that means that there's 4 wounds. I've got 10. I need to make 7 to keep him alive.
Okay.
He's not disgusting or resilient.
Does he go kaboom?
I'm going to pick that 6 out right there. No.
Right, one of these big beasties has fallen. Now this Honor Good Dune Crawler will put everything into the second one. Remember my secondary as well as protect my holy machines and bring down these demon machines. So that's given me more points as well. Let's fire the neutron laser. And it is 1 shot. Hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 3. Nothing! Then the stubbers bounced. So I went to this one and fired stubbers. And I got a couple of wounds this time. And he made the saves. And now the neutron laser is firing in. 2 shots this time. 2 shots. Good. 3s. And 3s. Just one 5-up save. So
I deny you! I didn't deny you.
You don't know. D6 damage. It's 3 damage. That's my mini castle. Before I get onto these troops, let's go down here. And these are going to fire everything at your warlord, Malok. Because for glory. There's 2 plasma calivers in there. I will overcook it.
Yes, you will.
There's a warlord.
They can't possibly go wrong.
Well, I'm also re-rolling hit rolls of 1 right now with my canticle. So that's the first guy. That's the second guy. Re-roll that. Nothing can go wrong. Everything hits. This gets it to strength 8. I only wound twice though. But you need 4-up. Sigil corruption, do you? 2 damage each. He takes 2 wounds. He's got 3 wounds left and there's 21 shots with the radium carbines. Re-rolling 1s. 19 hits with the re-roll. Wounding on 5s. 4 3-up saves. He takes another wound. Then my rangers will take sniper fire at him, the 2 transuranic arquebuses, and the other shots are going to fire under there into those guys, but it will be -1 to hit them because of the dense cover. Let's fire the sniper rounds in. 3s. Oh, they're good. This is strength 7 sniper weaponry. 3s to wound. Just 1. It's -2.
Is it?
Yes.
So I have a 4+ sigil of corruption save again.
Yes.
Yeah, get a command point out.
Okay.
I don't.
How many wounds have you got left?
3, 2.
This does D3 damage.
2.
So a 3-up and your warlord's dead. Die, heretic, die! No, he's still alive on 1 wound left. Rangers into berserkers, 3s re-rolling 1s. 4s re-rolling 1s. Strength 4, toughness 4. Now 6s are 6s are AP -1. 3 wounds at 3-up. Did you? I killed 2. That one was cocked. I killed 2. And my engineer can still see 1 Volkite blaster. 3s because he moved at strength 6. No AP. 3-up saves on the berserkers.
I lose 1 more.
Nice. That's the end of my shooting phase. Do I charge your warlord on 1 wound left? Do I charge him?
I don't. If you kill him...
He's a Chaos Lord getting... No, I don't charge him. That's the end of my... I'm not going to charge him. Okay. You can charge me. I might be able to kill him in Overwatch. No, I don't have any command points. But if I die, if a lot of no, because he might get 9 attacks on the charge with his base 4 again or something.
Well,
and then I fail my morale, and then I stop you from. Yeah, right now I just need to stand there and shoot him.
Also, if you charge him, you take both the attacks because he can heroically intervene. Obviously,
I'm not charging him.
Yeah.
Do you have any morale?
I do. My berserkers. Since you killed that last one,
nice.
I can now fail on a 6.
Please.
I did not fail.
You don't fail. That is the end of my turn 3. Is it only turn 3?
Yes, turn 3.
So I am winning on the primaries and the secondaries because I have been able to not necessarily take more objectives, but deny more objectives from the Chaos Space Marines. Would you mind stopping that? The camera will pick it up and everything with this thing. Dude,
it's just such a nice deal,
stop stroking my mat.
I like it. I was so nervous for Malok and now I feel happy.
He's alive on 1 wound left.
Yeah. Now I'm going to drink more mouthwash.
It's root beer, it's delicious. So he's alive on 1 wound left. I'm winning on the primary and the secondary, but I'm about to have a very bad day in my lines as we go on to Chaos Space Marines turn 3.
So we're back after the movement phase for the Eternal Slaughter. The Penitent Forge are currently beating the Eternal Slaughter, both primary and secondary, but this is battle round 3, and we are about to crash into their backfield really very hard, and it could be very uncomfortable for you, Winters, right now.
It's the second wave. After this, there might not be a lot left.
So choice is, I left the Discordant where he was because I need to hold that objective and destroy those, and he can coordinate things from back here. That Mauler Fiend has moved round enough. I couldn't move any closer to him because I had to remain an inch away from that particular Admech model there. Right. So yeah, I think I might be trying to get a Mauler Fiend into combat with one Ranger. However, there's a big gap here now where stuff was. So this Mauler Fiend was just within 6 inches of the Lord Discordant, which meant he could 12-inch move around there. The Rhino did the same after it disembarked 10 Khorne Berserkers, which are looking at a charge on those robots. And this is interesting. In 8th edition, I really wouldn't want to charge those robots because of how many attacks they get in Overwatch. But you've got no CPs.
No.
So you can't Overwatch.
That was 54 shots that can't shoot.
I've got 5 CPs, and I've got some tricks that I've just been telling you about.
Right. Like, I know Veterans. I know that one.
Yeah, Veterans is 1.
We'll get to the other ones.
We will get to the other ones.
But
so
it gets nasty.
We've pushed around the Mauler Fiend around this way to try and choose some of these models. I know they're kind of insignificant. I really would rather my Mauler Fiend was in there and around there, but I can't get there. And meanwhile, he could at least be killing models, which is good for my secondary to thin the ranks. Over on this side, Malok and the Exalted Champion have pushed up onto the objective, and the 2 Berserkers have clambered over that fuel pipe and moved around there, meaning that all 3 of those are eyeing up a charge on those Vanguard. 2 Berserkers, a Chaos Lord, and an Exalted Champion. I'm mildly confident.
I didn't know you only had 2 troops left there. I would have put some more shots that way.
I'm mildly confident right now. I was breathing a massive sigh of relief when not only Malok survived, but so did that final unit of Berserkers. Or those final 2 Berserkers, I should say. So that's everything. The shooting phase will be relatively short but sweet.
Well, 1 minute. I thought I was doing quite well.
You are.
I am doing quite well. Now I'm scared.
You're in danger. So we had the combi bolter from this Rhino, we had a frag grenade from these Berserkers, the bolt pistol and the combi melter, both parts from Malok, and we've killed 5 of those Vanguards.
Killed 3, there was 2 already dead.
Oh, 3?
Yeah, I missed some 6 episodes.
We threw a crack grenade, we're going to throw a crack grenade from them into the robots, and that hits on 3s. Nope, that's traditional. And then we have the Bell Flamer into the 3 Admech Skitarii dudes there for 5 auto hits.
Ouch.
And that is strength 6, Mr. Wizard. Toughness 3, right?
Yes.
So 2's to wound.
Okay.
AP -2, that's 5 wounds, and 2 damage each.
They're dead.
Everybody's dead, Dave. That's the end of the Eternal Slaughter's shooting phase. So we come back at the end of the charge phase. The Mauler Fiend made it in there. The Berserkers made it into combat with the Castellan robots. That Mauler Fiend made it in with the Rangers there. And in here, both Berserkers, Malok, and the Exalted Champion made it into combat with the Vanguard on that flank. So at the fight phase, we start with this Mauler Fiend who tore through that individual Skitarii. We move to this Mauler Fiend who killed another 4. The interesting thing here, the new engagement range is 1 inch horizontally, 5 inches vertically.
Yeah.
They're still engaged. They can't shoot as it stands, which is interesting. Over here, it turns out the 2 Berserkers and the Exalted Champion were overkill. Malok got severely irritable at being shot at and tore through all of them on his own. But we've left the main event to show you the 10 Berserkers into the Castellan robots. So we're spending 2 command points to start with. 1 on Wild Fury, which is wildly to specific stratagem, which gives all melee weapons an additional AP -1. And the other one for Veterans of the Long War, which means it's +1 to wound.
And I can't interrupt because I haven't got any CP, so you can do all your 2 attacks.
Yeah, I can roll it all at the same time. So There's 2 attacks per Berserker, plus 1 for Hateful Assault, so 3 attacks each, plus 1 for World Eaters on the turn they charge. That's 7 attacks each for the 2 fight rounds that I get for free, not including the champion. Plus chains. I'm going to do it off cap. There's lots of dice.
How many normal attacks? If a World Eater is hitting twice at one target, how many does that one World Eater get?
So if the World Eater's fighting twice on the charge at that one target, he gets 7 attacks with his chain axe and 2 with his chain sword.
9.
Yes.
With veterans and the plus 1 AP.
Yes.
And you got 10 there.
Yes. One of them isn't included though because he has a power fist.
Ouch.
Should we do it off camera, Winters? Because there's lots.
There's a lot of yeah. Do the power fist guy. This is all of his attacks from the 2 rounds of combat.
Yeah, we might as well roll them together.
Hit on 4s.
So these are hitting. Yeah, these are hitting on 4s. And I don't get Death to the False Emperor with power fists, obviously.
Yeah. We only got 2s with veterans.
Yeah, strength 10, but with vets it's plus 1 to wounds, so 2s.
Yeah.
So that is a cocked dice.
But it's AP minus, that wasn't
3.
a cocked dice, that was 5. Well, it's AP minus 4 because of your thing.
Yes.
So my 3-up save,
It's 0.
I don't have any.
So
save.
it's D3 damage.
Yeah.
So the first one is 2. How many do you have each? 6.
6.
Second one is another 2. The third one is 2, so 1's dead.
Yes.
The fourth one is 2. And you said 5, you sure?
Yeah, definitely.
For 3. So that's 5 wounds in total.
So 1's dead and 1's on 1 wound. The one that dies didn't blow up.
I've had to pick the camera up again.
63 attacks.
Yes. And with Vets of the Long War and Death to the False Emperor, 40 wounds on your robots at AP minus 2.
So only 5s.
Yes.
I've got 7 wounds left in that unit.
I think they're dead.
I think they're dead. Does one blow up? No. Does the other one blow up? Oh no.
Uh-oh. I didn't want that to happen.
Well, that would have been the last one I said. He's the guy that I'm trying to keep alive for the extra 5. Protect my vehicle.
Yes.
His explosion range is 3 inches. It's going to hit. We'll figure out who it hits. But they will definitely hit your unit for 1 wound.
So it kills 1 Berserker. I'll take that. And that is the end of the Eternal Slaughter's third turn, and what a turn it was. They definitely lived up to their name, to their title in this particular turn. There has been blood and carnage all over the battle grid. After the explosion from that robot, there was some wounds taken off of both Dune Crawlers and the Tech Priest, but we have now swarmed all over all 4 objectives, and the Admech only have a smattering of troops left, a Warlord and 2 Onaga Dune Crawlers. Surely they must be thinking about withdrawing or calling in some sort of fire support to flatten this planet, to flatten this industrial sector and try and rid it of the taint of chaos. Let's get ready for Battle Round 4 and the Penitent Forge Turn 4.
So here we are in the Penitent Forge's Turn 4, and my canticles are Shroud Psalm, an invocation of the Iron Soul. Previous turns, it was 20 points to 10 in favour of me for the primaries. I was doubling the points in the primaries, 20 points to 10. But right now, I don't control this one. There's troops on it, which didn't go rampaging off into my Warlord because there was no need to. They were told to take that objective, and they've taken that objective. I'm not on that one. I'm not on that one. I'm not on that one. So I don't get any points for any of the primaries. I don't get any of the secondary objective points. The only things left for me to do that I could potentially score points on, maybe kill these troops and rehold that objective, maybe hold on to my hallowed machines, maybe take down one of these other demonic machines, and try and stop the Eternal Slaughter from scoring any more points. So let's move on to the movement phase. Here we are after my movement phase. This is my entire army. These guys did fight back. Now they've fallen back. They can't shoot or charge or anything, but I don't want to be in engagement with a Mauler Fiend if I can help it. And essentially what I need to do is throw as many heavy stubbers, and I've got 12, into the Khorne Berserkers, and the neutron lasers at the Mauler Fiends. The 2 heavy stubbers here killed a Berserker. Now the neutron laser has 3 shots. It might do something. 3's to hit. Everything hits. 3's to wound. Only 1 wound. 5 up. And the demon. The demon is fine. Let's do the same thing again then. Stubbers into them, hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. That's 3 wounds. I kill 1 more, 1 a turn. I'm not going to have enough turns. And the neutron laser into the demon engine for 1 shot, which misses. And then the Volkite Blaster from the Lord smashed in and killed one more. Lord Dominus, you have a morale to take.
That's a pass.
Which you hold. And that is the end of my turn 4, and I score nothing. Nothing. And in turn 4, for the Eternal Slaughter, it was 20 points to 10 primaries in favour of me, but you're going to get 5, 10 and more primaries than me.
15.
That's 15.
Plus 2,
2
4, 7.
7 for the secondaries.
22.
Straight away, as the turn begins, 22 points just for sitting on objectives and taking all this board control. Let's go on and find out what else they kill in turn 4.
And here we are for the Eternal Slaughter's movement phase, and we are closing in for the kill. And here we are at the end of turn 4 and battle round 4. We smashed, that Malok smashed through an Omega Dreamcrawler. However, the other one made a surprising amount of 6 up in vulnerable saves.
5 up.
5 up in vulnerable saves, and somehow managed to survive. That is it, though.
My Warlord didn't.
Yeah, the Berserkers might have chewed him to pieces. So you now have an Omega Dreamcrawler left. We also tagged the Skitarii there so they can't fire.
Well, I piled in and fought you.
Yes, and did how much damage?
0-0.
But we've tagged both your shooter units. We are swarmed over all 4 objectives. It's battle round 4. Winters.
That's my army, look.
Yes, that is your army. So I'm going to ask you a question. Now, I'm not trying to goad you into a decision right now.
Yeah.
Would you like to concede?
Never! Concede when... never keep fighting when the odds are stacked against you.
Yes.
I think at this point we have to say that this is the way the world ends. And this is where we will call it. Now, I was winning and winning and winning for so many turns, but at the very end, with this only remaining as the footprint for my force, I ended up with 20 points on the primary, and Liam ended up with 40, and I ended up with 13 points on the secondary, and you ended up with 38. So I was trying to do some shenanigans by blocking some stuff off, and I did manage to do it for a turn or two. But once you cleared away the blocking units, you just kept coming. So sacrificing, and you even went second.
Yeah.
So sacrificing some units to chew up and get killed and chew up. Yeah. I think maybe I shouldn't shoot at those decimator engines. Maybe just let them shoot. I should have killed the wrecking balls coming through.
It's a tough choice, right? Because the decimators are kicking out mortal wounds, and they essentially get 4d3 shots, and all hits are mortal wounds.
Yeah.
And you can't stop that. That's a lot of mortal wounds to be kicking out from 2 decimators. So you definitely want them dead, and they're also only 8 wound monsters, or 8 wound vehicles, so they're quite easy to kill. And you remove a lot of my firepower.
Yeah.
And that gives you time, I suppose, once the army comes on. The thing is, Lord Discordance with the Soul Forge pack and stuff in this type of army give me so much speed with my Mauler Fiends. I mean, you saw here, right? We were here, turn 1.
Yeah.
That's huge that I can make that kind of distance.
Yeah.
It's such a... And yes, you did block the Robo Skitarii. It slowed me down a little bit, and I was genuinely concerned, but I managed to kill a lot of stuff.
You were also worried about the table setup as well, because the charging lanes were severely restricted where you could go, what you could do. But to be honest, from my side of the table with shooty stuff, I was also slightly worried as well. I mean, all of this was -1 to hit. I was worried that you might start running through there on foot to try and swarm that objective there.
I strongly considered it.
There's other ways you could have played that. And maybe I should have put more of my stuff over there. But if I'd have put more of my stuff over there, I'd been giving up more of this flank to the punch, to the charge.
Yeah.
I think ultimately Admech have some new models, some new ranges, which I'm slowly building and making my way through and will be adding to the force. But I think essentially what you need to add to Admech is a lot more gun.
Yeah.
I put a lot of infantry there as blocking, and I felt a bit dirty when I picked a unit of 4 robots. But I've got 6 gun robots.
Next time you might want to be bringing
Yeah, but they are 125 points each.
Honestly,
it's a lot of points.
Honestly, I rate the Dakar bots more than the Dreamcrawlers.
I rate the Dakar bots
because you just get more consistent firepower.
I don't feel dirty when I bring 3 on into Dreamcrawlers, because I know sometimes they hit and kill in 1 hit, which is what they're supposed to do. But for every turn they destroy a vehicle in 1 hit, there'll be 2 turns where they don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Dakar bots, though...
When you got first turn, I was concerned because I don't have ranged firepower.
Yeah.
And I rely on maximising the amount of stuff that can hit you at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
That's how the Eternal Sword works, it's how World Eaters work, it's how a lot of melee armies work.
Yeah.
Threat saturation, hit as much as you can at once and try and clear as much out as you can. When you're blocking lanes, so I'm having to feed through piecemeal, and you're getting to shoot at me first, I was concerned. The table, I will be honest, Mr. Winters, is glorious for a number of reasons. One, look at it, but secondly, there's lots of restricting arcs of movement, which in turn is restricted arcs of fire, so you have to play around it.
Yeah, I like it when the tables make you play differently.
Agreed.
It makes you think about your firing lanes, assaulting lanes, attacking lanes. Anyone can fight on. I mean, back when I was 12, there was some CD cases and wide open things, and that was it. And now there's this height and depth, and also in ninth as well, remember, dense cover is a thing, and slowing down because you're climbing over fuel pipelines, that's a thing as well.
Love it.
So the fact that terrain feels more, the fact that the battle grid feels like it's having more of an impact on your troops is good.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying playing my armies in a different way and thinking about how to use them to take on these objectives. It's like a puzzle box that has been opened and I've got to solve the fresh puzzle.
Yeah, there's a number of people that have said that one, first turn is really important, and two, you can still play gun lines and win, and I disagree. Because these objectives and the way the secondaries work encourage you to push out into no man's land.
Yep.
Because if you don't do that and your opponent does, they're just going to smash your primary points.
Yep.
The secondaries, I love the fact that you can pick secondaries that kind of match how your force plays, which probably adds to your narrative. But it also could, like, thin the ranks and bring it down. I just wanted to kill everything, which is what I want to do anyway. And then I get rewarded for doing that. I get points for doing that, which is amazing.
Yeah, your secondary objectives, just destroy stuff. That feeds into your army. You know that... Look, gun lines always win and people who go first always win. That has always been the case in every single edition if you're playing with too little terrain.
Agreed. So
here's one of the Winter's top tips. If you're out there in your gaming circle and you're the guy with the gun line that always seems to win most of the time, or you're playing against the guy with the gun line that always seems to challenge yourself. Get down and put as much terrain on your table the next time you play it, and as many objectives on the table as next time you play the game as possible. And then your gun line will have to move, and those firing arcs like down there will count for so much more because you can't see anything on this side of the wall. They still want a hell of a firing arc here, but they can't see something just behind the wall there.
Even this stuff, it's
dense
cheap gravel,
yeah.
But because it's dense cover, it's -1 to hit to go through it.
Aquarium gravel. Lichen from your local gaming store. Yeah, so I challenge you, if you're having that issue, then overload your table. If you think you've put enough scenery down, you haven't put enough down, put even more down, and then play a game and see what it feels like going up against a gun line then. And I guarantee you the gun line player will enjoy it more as well.
I agree.
Because they'll have to think more about what they're doing and when they're overlapping and stuff like that. Anyway, tactics aside, because me and you have conversations like this over on deploymentzone.tv all the time when we do DZHQs and we do podcasts and stuff like that. And then you have more conversations like this with Warsmith Chris over on your YouTube channel, Liam Dempsey, which is the only channel linked on my YouTube. So click on that. Because you've got another podcast coming up talking about the app and how badly that went.
We're about to record one soon about the app release that happened at this stage. It happened yesterday, or didn't if you're an iOS user. It didn't go very well for Games Workshop. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Yeah, the Endless Cacophony podcast. You can also find the Endless Cacophony podcast on iTunes and Spotify. And if you search DZTV, it should come up as well.
Brilliant. And if you'd like to support us, and join the Discord, join the community, then we have a Patreon. Just type DZTV into Patreon and you'll find us. Or you can just go to deploymentzone.tv and subscribe for more battle reports. You're waving something at me.
You get a chance to win this, remember. If you're subscribed at the end of August to the website, we'll pull a list of subscribers. And if you get an email in your inbox, you've been lucky enough to win the Captain Colonel.
Can I have it?
No.
Damn it.
Unless you pay for a subscription to deploymentzone.tv. Then you get a chance.
I forgot how to log on the other day.
I know.
You had to show me how to get in there and do the thing. My clicky box broke, you know?
No, I know. I've had to get you a new one and get you set up on it. But it's working now, Winters, isn't it?
The behind the scenes. Did you watch my behind the scenes, the story of the clicky box?
I watched your behind the scenes on DZ, and I brought my wife in and showed her the bit where you couldn't open the clicky box.
I genuinely couldn't open it. It was broken.
Discord said, that's fake news. He was definitely playing with us. And I was like, no. That's probably true.
Well, you just spoke to my wife today and asked her, could he really not open the laptop?
Yeah, and it was in fact true.
She was like, fuck yes, he's that much of an idiot. And why couldn't I open the laptop?
Because you might have had it the wrong way round.
Apparently, you've got to turn them round. Apparently.
Yeah. You only can open laptops if the front is facing you.
That was after a long time of... Anyway, we have... if you're already a patron or in the deployment zone, we thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, if you're in the Discord as well, there's Money Off the Foreground and the GameMat.eu stuff. That's also on the Discord as well. I think I covered everything.
Money Off of Dead Imagination.
Money Off Dead Imagination, Paint Studios in the Discord. Yes, I really should put links. All the links are in the DZTV videos. Go there. That's where the links are, because DZTV people get all the money off. Yeah. YouTube people just get all this fun and all this enjoyment and all this shenanigans for free.
But you could have more.
You could have more if you wanted. Happy wargaming.